you've got the Six of Wands reversed. The Six of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who feels recognised, they feel noticed, successful, celebrated for their achievements, okay? When it's reversed, it's the opposite of that. So it's like, I am not being recognised for what I've achieved, or I'm not getting attention from the person that I wish to get attention from, or I wish to be successful and I haven't been. Usually in a love context, it would be my person isn't giving me any attention. Damn. The Eight of Swords is mental entrapment. Yeah. The Eight of Swords is mental entrapment, like it's the idea that there's no way out. It's all problems and you can't see a way of this ever working. It's that kind of like mental entrapment. You're not literally stuck, but mentally. These swords are like, you know, very negative thoughts. Oh, you're Aries. Yeah, where's everyone watching from and what sign are you? Right, we've got the Strength card, so it's your major arcana, Leo. And this is a need to be emotionally strong. Okay, so we know that lions are fierce. We know that lions patrol their kingdom. But the part of a lion that is like its best ability is its strength, you know, the ability to defend and protect, and you know, you can roar really loud, but to be like emotionally strong, to restrain yourself, to temper yourself, to be patient, you know, this is the opposite of like a fire energy. So it's very important to keep calm. Right, let's see who's coming up for you, who's showing up while you're feeling like this. You're definitely dealing with someone, whether it's in a relationship or it's a bit more complicated, like a situationship or a go-to, you know, like for good time. The Star. They could be an Aquarius. They don't have to be. The Star is the major arcana for Aquarius. It's in the story of the major arcana, it's the process of healing after heartbreak, or healing after some sort of trauma or death, or let's get some more cards and then we'll see what's going on. Thank you, Murray. What does that face mean? It's made me laugh anyway, for the first time today. The Magician. Did anything else turn over? No. Right, the Magician card is fantastic, and these, one after the other, is an absolute vibe. So, this is healing and wish fulfillment, okay? I would say it's more healing. The Magician is having all four aces. When you are a magician, you create magic. Everything is within you. So, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the finances to make something happen. You know, maybe you've got job security, maybe you've got savings to move, maybe you've got the money, you know, to put down a deposit on something or buy an engagement ring to propose to someone. This person has got the finances to, you know, maybe they've set up a business which is now making a profit, and therefore, yeah, whatever the story is for this person, they've got the finances, they've got the means. You got to have a certain income to get a mortgage on a house, haven't you? They could have multiple properties, through inheritance or something like this. They've got the Ace of Cups, so they're emotionally intelligent, they're patient. Okay, this is a person that knows when to wait and how to wait, how to keep things to themselves. They're happy for others when others are doing well. They don't let things get to them like that, so that it becomes negative. Maybe they've got good empathy, so they understand, how other people operate and what other people need. They've got the Ace of Wands, so they've got the drive, the enthusiasm, the motivation, the inspiration, the creativity. What have I missed? The Ace of Swords is like intelligence, doing your research, gaining facts, gaining knowledge, observing, this kind of thing. See, this person they have everything they need to make it work, and aces are our hard work and something we're actively creating opportunities for ourselves on. So if you start a business, if you put CVs out, you're going to make money eventually, you're going to get a job eventually, um if you save up, eventually you're going to get to your goal to buy whatever it is, or achieve whatever it is, move, relocate, do whatever. But the universe sees that hard work, and it knows that you're actively very, very clear about what it is that you want. And it throws you a bone and it says, do you know what? I'm going to reach out the sky. Whenever you see, this deck is different, but on the traditional Rider-Waite tarot decks where there's clouds and a hand coming out, that means it's the divine. Turning the wheel in your favour. They're going to make something very fortuitous. So you've got your hard work met with some good luck from the universe. Okay, so this person is making their dreams come true. But it's so strange, guys, because that's such an opposite vibe. If you look at the timeline, for this person, well, for you, Leo, your cards are so negative. It's like something so difficult. You feel so neglected. You feel like, your perspective is that this is stuck, there's no way out, and nothing's going to change. And then you're trying to be emotionally strong. But maybe this person's completely focused on something that in the end is going to be like a good result for you. Let's get another one for this person. They could be Aquarius, they don't have to be. I don't have any problem with the Muslim faith. I used to live in a Muslim country and I'm an omnist, so I'm open to the presence of all religions. I hope that you're open to the presence of mine. I know about the 5 pillars. Tarot's just about helping people, helping people to process what they're going through. Right, this person's now got the Empress reversed with the 8 of Wands reversed. Now, if these cards were upright, that would be so positive because the Empress has all 4 queens. The 8 of Wands will be fast action, progress, and fast communication, particularly progress. The Empress is someone that attracts, she does not chase. She's all 4 queens. She's the Queen of Cups. She's the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands. It's a person very mature, very experienced. They could have their own, sorry, they could have their own home. They could have children, they could be they don't have to be those things. They could be very high up in a job or be a business owner. But it's when I say she attracts, like, I don't think things come easy to the Empress. She's the ultimate creator, she's a provider, she's a nurturer, she's very beautiful. She attracts love with her heart because she's a good person. She attracts abundance because she works hard, she's a grafter. She can create from zero as many times as she needs to, which is often the fate of an Empress. But when it comes to love, love comes to her because, you know, like you see, like the sun is shining out of her. People are drawn to her. And whenever an Empress chases a person, it doesn't work. In Greek mythology and in astrology, she's supposed to be rescued. When those are reversed, someone's feeling like stuck. They're feeling like, again, it's like a sense of being unnoticed. Like she's supposed to be noticed and she's supposed to be rescued and someone's supposed to make an honest woman of her and have lots of children with her. Like, whether you're a man or a woman, you're supposed to be naturally attractive when you're in your power. The Empress is the major arcana for Libra and for Taurus. It's shared. She's ruled by the goddess Venus, you know, the goddess of love and beauty. And this person's not feeling good about themselves, and it's because there's delays, blocks, and challenges. Having felt like they are the magician, something's not coming together. So I don't know if it's because it's strange because it's like you're mirroring each other. You each feel, well, it's slightly different because one person's feeling, you're Leo, you're feeling like neglected. They're feeling like there's blocks and delays to what they're trying to achieve. But that could be something that they're trying to achieve, abundance, you know, so that you guys can be together. Now, an Empress, like I said, it's usually someone who's very established, but it could just be someone who's very mature. You don't even have to be, you know, married. You don't have to be a mother, but you've had a lot of life experience. I would say 40 plus, could be 30 plus, but it's more like someone who's lived many lives. They've got a lot of experience. They could have a lot of responsibilities. They're not feeling good, and it's because there's blocks, delays, and challenges. Let's get 3 for the outcome. What would be the outcome, please, for this 3rd week of September? The Devil reversed. Now that's a positive, because when the Devil's upright, it's addiction, infatuation, obsession, being codependent on another person, emotionally, financially, practically, whatever way you want to look at it. The Devil reversed is getting free from bad habits, or obsession, or you could be like addicted to working. You could be a workaholic, do you know what I mean? And it's not good for you, because what it means is you neglect other areas of your life, like relationships fall apart if they're not maintained, if you don't pay enough attention to them, if you don't pay attention to person, you lose, you know, yes, your business thrives, but you forsake everything else, time with your children, stuff like this. So whatever that devil represents, we've got free from it. We've got free from it. That's good in the outcome. Hi, Luca. Hi, Sushma. It's this is collective readings by zodiac sign. If you want a personal reading, you can go to the channel description and there's a link to my PayPal. Otherwise, I will be able to do live Q&As at some point when I get enough watch hours. I think that's going to be in like another few months. So you can like and support the channel and we'll get there faster. Otherwise, watch the sign of your person or your own sign or both. It resonates for me, like when I watch collective readings, so hopefully it will for you. The Six of Cups reversed. The Six of Cups upright is a soulmate. It's a card of nostalgia. So all these cups are full of water, and water is emotions in tarot. So when the Six Cups is like a love for a romantic partner that you've known for many years. When it's upright, it's a soulmate. When it's reversed, it's maybe you realise they're not a true soulmate. Or maybe the love has ended that's there. Now with the Devil card reversed, that's quite interesting to me because people can think that someone's a soulmate and they actually are revealed to be a narcissist, or they're revealed to be a false flame or a karmic, or, you know, we thought we were in love, but maybe it was infatuation, maybe we're not really meant to be together, maybe we get betrayed by them. I didn't get betrayal here, but I do get that two people are not on the same wavelength. Both of you are dissatisfied. I think, Leo, I think you're all about your person and you want their time and their attention, but they're all about like success, career, whatever it is their goals are that they're like focused on. You're kind of taking the fall for it, and sometimes the damage is done and it's not going to recover, and sometimes years later, like, the person comes to us like, I'm ready now, you know. But it's interesting that the Six of Cups is reversed and someone's getting free from the devil, because it suggests, like, I don't know, let's get one more and let's see, because I'm sort of guessing at the moment. What sign are you, Sushma? The Five of Cups reversed. See, the Five of Cups upright is grief, sadness, loss, regret. It's the end of a relationship or grieving, you know, for the death of a person. I would say that this is recovery, because it's reversed, it's recovery from the end of a relationship. So I think this connection made you feel toxic and overlooked, Leo. I think it's been emotionally trials and tribulations for you. It got you all up in your head. You felt ignored or put down, or something made you feel like you're not enough, you're not good enough. And I think you're over it. I think you're realising, like, this wasn't good for you. But let's clarify this person and why they've gone from being the Magician to the Empress reversed. How can you go from, like, literally having everything, knowing what you want, having everything, like, in terms of capability, this person has what it takes to get things done, and then they feel like there's all these blocks, delays and challenges? Like, what's that? Alone. You feel like you're in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. I don't know if Sushma understands. Sometimes people's English is not that good, so they like, you know, they translate what they need to say and then just spam it through. Prickly defences. Barriers caused by past hurt block you. Be patient. Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. What is going on? Who's watching shit go down? Who's enjoying the gossip? I'm just wondering now. I'm wondering if this Empress is someone who... I don't know why. I'm getting the feeling that they're like a mum. And that's why they're showing up as an Empress. I haven't got any court cards for you, but I don't have you as a page or a knight, so I can't understand like how well you know this person, but I know that you don't feel seen by them. And I wonder if this is like creating something about it, maybe something about this connection, like you with them, may be very controversial or non-conventional. People might be enjoying, you know, watching you guys not get along. Or this be exposed for like not being something that is so traditional, so successful. Silence is its own kind of confession. Ooh. Silence is its own kind of confession. Who's not talking? They had the Star, they had the Magician, and then they had blocks and delays. You're the one that's up in your head and you feel ignored. It's like, yeah, because in the outcome, with the Six of Cups reversed, the Devil reversed, it's like someone thought someone was up on a pedestal. Yay, very mobility. It's like you've put them on a pedestal and then realised like maybe they're just not that into you, or they've put you on a pedestal and then found out this fidelity, or they're starting to just not feel like the same about things. Like someone's vibe is off when it comes to this, and then you know that like awful feeling where you just feel like they're being off with you. They don't want to, they're not that excited to hear from you, or you get your one word answers back from them when you message them, or you ring them up and they're just like sound distracted when they're on the phone or whatever. Like you can just you can just tell, can't you? Like it just feels like that kind of vibe where someone's realized like it ain't it, like this ain't it. High wisdom. This is like a bit difficult. It's a bit of a difficult one. I feel like you've had like, what was your last reading? Well, yeah, let's have a look. Your last one. Your last one, I've got down like the feeling is mutual. They're like obsessed. But it wasn't in a good way. It was like, yeah, like someone's too controlling. Like this Empress was too controlling. There's like a distinct lack of trust, and then like it's kind of showing up in this reading as like it's just not vibing, it's not flowing the way that it should do, and there's something really unconventional. It's to do with one of you having a bit of a reputation, and it's to do with there being a lack of trust, and it's to do with, you know, like this being on really shaky grounds, like from day one. Does that make sense? I think they're a homeowner and you've moved in, and they're just like, they're just really not trusting this, and so maybe there's not a lot of like support from people all around you, like for this to work, and there's gossip and, you know, the community, like friends, family, extended relatives, colleagues, co-workers, friends of friends, people who are supposed to be like cheering this on are just like giving it the side eye, like raising eyebrows and whatever. In the outcome, there's recovery from the grief of this falling apart, okay? So at least that's kind of positive, in a way. Let's get a new contact message from them. Hi, Fanu, these are collective readings. I don't answer questions in the lives. I probably will start doing live Q&As when I get enough watch hours. I can't do it until then. You can always pay for a personal reading if you want. Need time to heal. Right now, I'm in a space where I need to focus on my healing and self-love. This isn't about you, it's about me. Wow. Yeah, they could have moved you in because, you know, Leos are very handsome, they're very beautiful, they command a room, they walk in, it turns heads, you know, like it's hard not to, especially if this person is a Libra or a Taurus, they're ruled by beauty, you know, like I'm a Taurus, like I do like things that look nice. It's definitely a fatal flaw. A fatal flaw in my character. Very much succumb to what people look like. If they're a bit playery, like, you know. I'm not saying that you're a player, Leo, like you may have genuinely wanted it to work with this person, but they might have like low-key not liked you or had that much respect for you. Like in general, they may have just liked an aspect of you, met you when they were going through shit, and it might have felt nice to move you in, and now they're like, I don't think this is it. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think you caught the vibe and thought, okay. I'm just like, I don't know, it's from like everything that was in the last reading and the stuff that's coming out in this one, but it looks like you're going to be okay. They, I think they've like gone into something quickly because they actually weren't healed over a previous person, and they've like started to like check themselves a bit. I've done it. I've like got into relationships. I've like encouraged pregnancy and all kinds of stuff, and then been like, what are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? You don't want this. Because people aren't in the right mental frame of mind to be making decisions about their life, you know, like long term life choices and stuff like that. What's the nature of this relationship, please? Oh yeah, I should schedule my readings. I should do that. Yeah, because otherwise people don't know when I'm coming on and stuff. I have done that at times, but be honest, heart-to-heart conversations are necessary. It is safe for you to talk about your feelings. Yeah, definitely a conversation needs to come up, like, rather than you two kind of, like, trying to catch glances at each other and, like, feeling awkward in the same room together. You definitely need to have a sit-down chat about this. You're right, Jazzy, you are right. I try to go live, like, every Saturday, and then I've just been, like, falling behind because my routine has changed. Like, I finished a work contract in the summer, so I've been signing up with Hayes again because I'm a teacher, full-time high school teacher. So I had a really good routine and people knew, like, pretty much when I was going to come on. And then it's been, like, interrupted by me being unwell. If I was, like, full-time doing tarot, like Madison or someone, I would, like, absolutely schedule times and that would be first, but because I'm a full-time high school teacher and that's how I make my money, I've got to prioritise, like, planning and marketing. And then, like, seeing my family at the weekend, and then this comes in, like, when I can on a Saturday, do you know what I mean? And then it's just gone, like, wild, like, with me being poorly. Please give me time. I've never felt this way before. Yeah, it is a balancing act. That's exactly what it is. I get anxious, like, if I don't come on every day. I'm, like, constantly checking the channel numbers and stuff, but I've noticed that it's not really how much I come on. Like, I could post every day and I could think of different things to do. Like, I started to do shorts and, like, extra readings, and I was just draining myself, like, getting burnout in the summer, and then the views weren't that good. So I think if people know that they're going to get the regular love readings, like, at least once a week, that seems to be manageable, like, workload and energy level wise, and I don't seem to, like, lose viewers. Sometimes, like, and you're not saying about doing extra, you're saying about just scheduling so everyone knows when I'm going to be on. Like, sometimes I do that, but it's, like, a bit of extra. I don't always, like, know what's going to come up at the weekend and stuff. I know. Anyway, let's get back. It's a good point. It's a good point. It's good to be regular posting. Like, I do like that with the other channels that I watch. But then I kind of get it, if they're not on for a while, I'm still, like, gonna wait, you know, till the next on, like, because if they're good, right? What other channels do you like watching? I love Femacy Lighthouse. I love Empress of Energy. And I love The Rainbow Wizard. I love Edgar Mendez as well. Hi, Afsa. Also, I like I like Elijah's tarot because he's like really funny. He's like really like slapstick funny, and tarot can get a bit heavy because they're talking about emotions, and usually people are like going through it when they're watching tarot, and it can make you feel really down and stuff. But he's like very silly. He's very silly, so it's quite a nice thing. It's quite a nice tonic, really, to the heavy stuff. Elijah's tarot. Yeah, laughter's the best medicine, definitely. Right, I have done that and that. I'm gonna do this. I've got like another person that I'm getting a lot of people through TikTok that want they like want regular readings, like personal readings off me, so that's cool. Expect to settle, better to wait. Now that to me is like this person is messed up at the moment, and look, they may be tempted to like entertain this because they're lonely, because even though they kind of like feel like you're not 100% right for them, they're just not in a good way at the moment. So like they might latch on to you, because I don't like that devil card being there, and I don't like the Six of Cups reverse being there. It's not making you feel good, Leo. So if you stay with this person, you can expect to settle. I think it's better to make yourself single and wait. You know, because Leos are good looking and they're like charming, and like your energy is very like you come across as like very strong and stable and like immovable, and like nothing really gets you down. But of course, stuff gets you down. You have down times like anyone, and this is probably doing like a lot to erode your confidence, your self-esteem, and what you view yourself as. So um I think people can forget that sometimes, or like they overlook it and think that you're not, you know, taking a knock where you're taking knocks. Just because you have the talk, yeah, it could be the talk that leads to a separation, but a healthy one. Do you know what I mean? Like where you've talked it out. Um, but don't stay with this person. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Yeah, no one wants to be a Leonardo DiCaprio going out with children. If you can't get someone your own age, you know, like you need help. If you're having to go younger to more naive souls, that's kind of sad. Hi, Lisa. Protection. Create a safe space. Within this circle, you are protected and empowered. Does that not go with everything I was saying, Leo? Like, you got to protect yourself from, you know, maybe you put this person on a pedestal and maybe they're not all that. Maybe you've actually got quite low confidence at the moment. You don't view yourself as like worthy of being with this person. You think there's someone to be with because they're responsible, because they've got assets, they've got this, they've got that, they're older. Maybe it makes you feel kind of way. And then when you look at it, they're not actually worthy of you, because it's just like you're their, you know, emotional support animal, and you're their like comfort blanket. There's a guy keeping an alligator. I was reading this article. It came up on my YouTube, and it's a guy in America that Walmart banned his emotional support animal. Only in LA. Right, this alligator, and it's like that alligator, that wild creature, should be swimming for thousands of kilometers in like insanely beautiful, pristine rivers. It should not be in a turtleneck jumper in a cage getting carried around Walmart. And God love him, this guy just does not get how wrong that is, like that life has been taken from that alligator. Like, it's not living the way it should be living. Just because you're quite nice to something doesn't mean it's okay to like capture it and make it yours and force it into living a life that's not what it's destined to live. Sorry, that grammar and that was terrible, but do you know what I'm getting at? Like, he's hijacked that animal's like future and made it live in a way that's not natural to it or good for it because he likes how it makes him feel. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. You are a wild, fierce animal. You're a Leo, Leo the lion. You should be living your destiny, whatever that is. It's far more fulfilling than what you're in with this person because it isn't your destiny. Yeah, Australians would just be like, "What are you doing, mate? You big galah." What am I on about? Apparently, it's a sign of intelligence if you use metaphors a lot. I always draw comparisons, so I think, yeah, I could be very intelligent. You never know. You never know. When's Leo gonna get new love? I do have a penchant for Leo. I love me a Leo. Maybe I'm the toxic empress. I think I might be. I'm the dude with the emotional support animal. Oh my god. December. Ooh, okay, so we've got 2 cards. Let's have a look at the other one. Ooh, some of you are going to meet someone at the beginning of fall, and some of you are going to meet someone closer to Christmas time, okay? See, that's really nice. What I like about that is, what I was expecting the other card to be was like, oh, don't focus on it, or this or that. No, you haven't got any healing to do. There's none of that. It's like you're ready for a relationship, you're just not in one that's right for you. Okay, so the fact that we've got 2 definitive cards just easily come out for timing, it says to me like you're gonna literally have the talk with this person and then you're gonna be in a relationship that suits you like straight away. I get the information from just the meaning of the cards, so I'm just like shuffling through the cards, they fly out, and I look at them and I tell you what each one means, and then when they're in particular combinations and put together, I kind of get what's going on. Do you know what I mean? It's like just puzzle pieces. You put the puzzle pieces together, and then people go, "Oh my god, that resonates," because I have no idea until people tell me. I have no idea. I'm not a fly on the wall. Sometimes I think about people who are that star sign and who are in my life or people that I know are going through stuff, and that kind of helps me get to these conclusions as well. I don't 100% know, Afsan, like I don't 100% know how it works, but it seems that people of the same star sign are going through similar life lessons. It doesn't mean you're going through it at the same time, but you're on like similar journeys of learning. And that's like as much as I know about it. Because I used to think that I'd be like, well, how can a collective reading resonate for everyone? Not everyone can be going through the same thing, but they're quite general scenarios, aren't they? Like, oh, you're with someone you're not meant to be with, or oh, you're with a narcissist, or they're quite general. So it could really resonate like with a lot of people if you think about it, because they're quite general. I don't like things where people are saying, oh, the person you're going to marry is going to have blue eyes and blonde hair and they're going to have a tattoo that says blah, blah, blah. I think that's rubbish. I don't think it's possible to know that. There's no way you can know that as a tarot reader. They're like con artists that just get you excited, telling you rubbish. Anything where like a tarot reader saying, oh, you're gonna like have £90,000, you know, like in 2 weeks' time. How is that possible for like hundreds of people or thousands of people to be winning 90,000? That's just rubbish. That's just clickbait to get you. It's a con artist, okay? Now I've got distracted, but I do like your questions. I like your curiosity. I've gone through a whole journey of this myself where I didn't really know, and then over time it's kind of made sense. I need to read more about it, really. I understand a lot from, to be fair, Baddison and Empress of Energy have taught me a lot about how to manifest, what tarot means. You know, if you watch other readers, they will talk about, I didn't know what a starseed is and all this stuff. Astral projection, you know, I learned a lot from Tyler Henry, Hollywood psychic medium, about the afterlife and like how people have an ego death, which is an extension of tarot reading, really. Because we're getting messages from people that have passed on. The cards that come out are chosen by Source, which is made up of people that are passed on. And it's not necessarily people that know you, but what Tyler Henry does is he picks up on people that are loved ones, that are relatives of yours or friends of yours that have passed away. And then he gets signs and symbols and he has to interpret them. It's different. He's not using cards, but he is talking to people that are your loved ones. And he can, because people who passed on, they can see everything you're doing right now. They're literally like in your presence and they know what your future is. I don't know because I'm a human. I don't know what your future is. But if you're a soul that's passed on, you can see into the future. So he can answer questions about career and love life. And he might be able to say a bit about what that person's going to be like. Because they can see the future. I can't. I'm not getting messages like that. I'm just getting cards pulled out about situations right now or lessons that you need to learn. Things that are carried on from previous lives and stuff like that. I've learned about from Baddison. And then I've learned about how to manifest from Empress of Energy. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Vincent. It's not personal. People's reactions or opinions of me are really not about me at all. People tend to project their own insecurities or fears onto one another. So when someone speaks unkindly to me, I'll remember they have something going on that has nothing to do with me. That's your like advice. I like these for mindful messages. I love to give these like oracle decks are like even more important than the tarot ones because they're very much about self-care, self-help, how to recover and get through hard times. Very healing, very, very nice, very healing. If you're interested in reading about the chakras and your like spirit team and who that comprises of, you can read this book. It's really small. The font's quite big. It's by Kevin Hunter. This is my second copy of it because I gave one to a family friend, and wanted to read it at a leisure because you're going through a lot. But it's The Four Psychic Clair Senses by Kevin Hunter. And I think it's like £7.99 or something. It's under £10, and it goes through how most people have at least two clairsenses. So you've got clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, and clairsentience. Let's get you a good luck card, Leo, and then I'll let you go. A new opportunity will lead you to greatness. Ooh, okay. So I don't know if that's to do with work, finances. I don't know if it's a new love interest, like a meeting, bumping into someone. Some kind of opportunity is going to come up for you, Leo. That's all you're allowed to know about it at the moment, but things are on the up for you. I will edit all of that out, by the way. Because some people are like, oh my god, shut up. Like, stuff like that. I use my own life experiences to understand what other people are going through. I talk about it and I share it because I know other people are going through this right now. If I was like 18 and trying to tell you all this stuff, you'd be like, well, how do you know you're a kid? Do you know what I mean? But I've lived a life. I've lived about, never mind 9 lives, I've lived like 29 lives at this point. And I don't know if it happens to everyone or it just happens to the Hierophant, but I could tell you a lot of stuff that's happened to me and people that seem to come into my life unhealed with all kinds of wounds. They're not nasty people, they just don't know. They don't know. They've not had the same experience as me, and they're making sense of life same as I'm trying to. So a 1313 fresh start, or starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions.